Yeah. In your house with O'Con. Hey, O'Con in your house. Hollywood in your house. Hypocrisy's head in the clouds. Curating all kind of loud. Wrestling in front of the crowds. Paragon's holding it down. Anybody can get it. Josh Joseph standing on his decisions. He is the voice. There is no choice. Wheels and boys in your house making wrestling noise. Moving fast just like cruiserweight action. In your house is the perfect distraction. Prophecy in your ears when you in traction. Get this work with some wrestling action. Smoke. What is up, guys? What is cracking? It's the Con Man, and I'm in your house. And you guys already know the vibes. Anytime we slide on through, we're here to give you that work when it comes to this professional wrestling business. And guys, it is Thursday, and what a Thursday it is to be alive here on In Your House. And on Thursdays, we're going to do our due diligence and talk a little bit of, that's right, dynamite. Yeah, it's the Dynamite review show with my homies here, and I'm going to bring them in and talk to them about wrestling like I get the honor and privilege to do each and every week. Of course, my first guy over here, you can catch him on Gonzo Sports Room, Gonzo Wrestling Room. Yo, he is the OG of professional wrestling. OG Tony Gonzalez, what is up, man?
Oh man, just looking forward to talking some wrestling. Been watching a lot of wrestling, a lot of podcasts, so just enjoying myself.
You see, that's what I do the same thing too, man. I'll watch a lot of wrestling, listen to intake a lot of podcasts and stuff, and it gets those juices flowing for situations just like this where I get to talk to my brothers about wrestling, which is, I mean, we do this and people listen. Why do people listen to us talk wrestling? I don't understand. Like, it's so crazy. You people are weird and I love you. And listen, man, speaking of weird, I got to bring in my brother over here. He is the producer of the show on Wednesdays. He's the educator of Extreme, but every day the boy's Jon Joseph. What is up, brother, man?
What is up, house? What is up, household? I get my creative juices flowing by large amounts of opium. I just love it. Red Rock, I love it. I cook it up and just gets my juices flowing. No, usually that's how my juices get flowing too, guys. But I listen to a lot of weird podcasts. It's usually never sports related, and I'm like, how can I turn their weirdness into an IYH gem? And well, we had the Squared Circle Expo, so I mean, there's a gem in itself. And yeah, Tony, like we've been saying, man, it would have been such a blast to have you sitting right next to me in house, fucking just talking it up with some of these guys. But
you better plan for next year, Tony, because we want
yes,
you in your house next year.
yes,
Well,
Tony.
I know Hypocrisy Jones got on our air, and he was giving me and Chris an earful that we need to try to set up down there next year. So
Yes,
so
he's right.
so so we've had discussions already about that. So that may be a possibility. So then maybe we can do some crossover stuff.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
I
come
hope we get in the
on. I
same
love
room. Dude,
Yeah.
Tony, all weekend long, I was 20 feet away from NWA royalty.
Yeah.
I was staring at them. Ruby Soho was right to the left of us,
Oh my
5
God.
tables down. I was just looking over. Hey,
We were
Ruby.
in the same room as Chris Van Vliet all weekend.
Yeah, he
Taka
smells amazing.
Michinoku all weekend.
Taka
Yeah.
was phenomenal. He intimidated the fuck out of me, Tony. You
It's
should talk
crazy.
to him.
It's crazy to be around, wrestlers like that. We was at a big show. We got to talk to the Powers of Pain,
Oh, okay.
and for about 30 minutes, and they're telling us stories about Andre the Giant. It
That's
was
awesome.
just, it was
Holy
just amazing. It was just amazing, just
yeah.
crazy. So it's a lot of fun to get to meet these guys and see that they're not only wrestling superstars and stuff, but they're just regular people, man, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
and most of them good people.
yeah.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. But listen, I wanted to say this. because I wanted to make sure I said this on air. Because over that weekend, which I've said it on this show before and I have no problem saying again, the combination of what we accomplished and the people that I got to do it with, who I consider my family, my team, my squad, my people, and this how everything went down, easily one of the greatest weekends of my life. Easily.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
OG, I will say, I thought about you that weekend.
I appreciate
That
that.
that moment, no, I appreciate you because I remember what you said and I took what you said to heart. Especially that moment when I remember that moment and I'll probably remember that moment for the rest of my life. We had some fire ass hood chicken wings, OG. They were fire, like from the hood, bro. The place was called Wings and Things. So it was called Wings and Things. I was like, oh yeah,
Thanks.
this is the hood, bro. Some hood
Yeah.
chicken. And brother, it was delicious. And I was sitting down there. We was on the couch and we were watching, I believe it was No Mercy 2000. I think it was No Mercy. Yeah, it was. And I was sitting next to Voice. Voice is right there next to me. And I had my head laid back. My head was back. And, part of that reason is because, had a couple of drinks that night.
Motherfucker was faded.
Had a couple of drinks that night, a few spirits. But once again, I thought about you, OG, because you said something that resonated with me. Don't get too busy to forget to enjoy the moment. And in that moment, I thought of Tony Gonzalez, and I was like, I need to take a, I need to take a mental picture of this moment. And that's what I did. My brain just went like, clicked it, and I took that mental picture and I thought about you in that moment, man. And yeah, it was an amazing fucking weekend, OG.
Yeah.
Good, great, great. You guys
Yeah.
deserve it.
It
Thank
was
you.
a lot of fun. I tried to do the same thing at the same moment, but House's wife, Kayla, she was like yelling at me all weekend, man. I couldn't get a break, dude. It was like my mom was like babysitting us again, man. It was fucking every move I made, Tony, she was on me about something.
But you know what? What you don't understand about her, bro, what you don't understand about her is when she does that, is because she really does care. I
Yeah.
promise it is. Trust me, I promise. Like I know she once again rough around the edges she is, but that's just how she nurtures.
Yeah.
So
I
take
nurture with a taser, so just remind her next time. I'm gonna taser ass.
Don't be tasing my wife now.
Oh, I will. Oh, maybe Zay.
Oh, man.
Definitely Zay. I will taser his little ass.
Now he's open game. Oh man,
Oh,
once again, just a great weekend, man.
we got a loyal fan asking for an OG Tony take.
Let's go.
So
Let's
let's
go.
get into
And
this
Fighting is
before we
one of the
get
good
into
ones.
AEW
Yeah,
because
Fighting
Fighting's
is one
one
of
of,
the good ones.
yeah, he's definitely one of our favorites. And Tony, he would like to know what is your take on the new Leo Rush persona?
The floor is yours,
Honest,
OG.
honestly, guys, I kind of like it. I think it's different, and I think he needs something to stand out. I don't want nobody to take this the wrong way. He's a very small guy,
Mm-hmm.
and they've tried some different things with him in his career, WWE and AEW,
Yeah.
and WWE he was kind of his own worst enemy. I think
Oh,
he
absolutely, 100%.
but I don't. I think he realizes that now, and he's trying to make it. I don't think anything has really stood out or has worked for him. I think this has a chance. Not guaranteed. Sometimes these gimmicky gimmicks work. Sometimes these gimmicky gimmicks don't work.
Yeah.
Um, but I like Rush. I think he's a talented guy. So I'm hoping that it works out for him.
Yeah, great take. I like it.
Excellent take.
I think it will. House, we discussed this yesterday
Yeah, yeah.
with
Fighting past
Titans.
this
Yeah,
yesterday, and it turned into a pretty good segment on the show, honestly.
yeah. I think it's setting him apart from the pack. And in
Yeah.
this business, that is something you definitely want to be able to do, but you need to know when to rein it in.
Yeah,
Much
yeah,
like
yeah.
Danhausen.
Yep.
Yes, is he a bit much? Yes, if you don't know his cadence, the way he operates.
Yeah.
But once you learn all that stuff with him, he's not. You can kind of see when he pulls back and shit like that. So I think he's a good person to follow. Do not follow Doink's path. Apparently, the guy behind the paint was not a fun guy. So, yeah, I would definitely look into those. Even Sabu. I know I talk about Sabu a lot, and I know the household's like, God damn, why don't you fucking marry him? Well, I can't.
I can't do it.
Anyways, Sabu knew when to pull his character back, and he knew when to give for
Yeah.
his character, especially in promos. I think he's highly underrated in promos. Well, mostly because he doesn't really say much.
Yeah.
But when he does say shit, or when he tries to get something over, it usually works. And he's a bit much too. I mean, come on, barbed wire matches with Terry Funk. Come on, what the fuck, man? That's like,
Yeah.
hey, that was the first match I introduced my mom to Sabu, and she's like, what is he doing to Terry Funk? I was like, what's Terry Funk doing to Sabu?
What are they doing to each other? Oh man, I enjoy it. I enjoy Leo Rush.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, I'm not gonna repeat everything that I said, but he was in non wrestling social media circles being reacted to. I think that's a good sign. If he could just stick with it, and it keeps going, and they find a way to contain it in a way to where it's not too much or too over the top, I think he's got a chance, like OG said. Fighting says it gives me boogeyman vibes a little. It could catch on. No, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I think it can catch on. I think it can catch on. But all right, let's go ahead and jump into what we want to talk about today, which is AEW Dynamite. That is the April 1st episode of the Dynamite yeah review show. So we're going to talk about that. And of course, nothing bigger to talk about than what happened at the opening of the show. And that is, of course, the return of the learning tree, Chris Jericho. He returns to AEW in what many would consider to be a shocking return. And the reason that I say that is because for months, many of us, and if you didn't, you're lying. Many of us speculated that Chris Jericho was going to return to WWE for possibly like one last farewell tour to close out his in-ring career. And that's exactly what a lot of people thought was coming. There were some reports like maybe in like the end of December, early January, if I remember around that time, that his contract was coming up and he was starting negotiations with the WWE. So we're like, okay, what can he play? How can he play into the current landscape of the WWE? And we thought that he was going to return at the Royal Rumble. We had the crate for Elimination Chamber. People thought it was going to be him. There was many times. I even thought he might have showed up on the 1 year anniversary of Monday Night Raw on Netflix. So that's 3 times that I could think of where this cat might have returned. But instead, he doubled down, returned to Dynamite last night to a big ovation. And he, for his age, he looks pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I know a lot of people was kind of on him about being in shape. And I think that he kind of heard that and kind of ran with it. But my question is this: as excited as we are to see Chris Jericho on our TV again, some of us excited, maybe other people not so excited, especially if you're a WWE fan, if you're a Chris Jericho fan, maybe you wanted to see those guys, you wanted to see that guy and that company get back together. So maybe you're disappointed about that. But the reality of the situation is we saw it happen. He's on AEW. Now we got to think, what role is he going to play? Because right now, Chris Jericho is kind of being dropped into a current landscape of AEW to where sometimes things are a little bit like, whoa, why are we doing this? What's the point of this? Which we're going to get into because we are doing loves and lows in our first segment today after we talk about Chris Jericho. But for the most part, a lot of people, like, they look at the current landscape and they're like, well, everybody has something to do. Everybody's doing something that's on TV. So where does Chris Jericho fall into this? I'm going to give it to OG Tony right now. First off, what was your reaction to Chris Jericho? I'll give mine after you give yours. What was your reaction, and where do you think he falls into place in this situation?
I wasn't surprised that it came back because, originally they had said that his contract was up, but then it came out supposedly his contract was froze.
Yeah.
So So he still has time left on his AEW contract. What I wonder about is he just going back to do whatever time he has to do, or did they renegotiate? Did he
Yeah.
resign something? Is he there for the long term? I don't know. I think eventually he will be back with WWE and do a little something small retirement thing at some point. That may be 3 or 4 years down the road. Who knows?
Yeah.
But I think he may go out that way. But I think it was important for AEW to really keep him because, guys, to me, without Chris Jericho, there may not have been AEW. I mean,
I mean, he's
you
the
bring
first
him.
ever AEW World Champion, the foundation of the company.
I think he helped him. His name helped him get that TV deal.
You know it did.
Oh yeah,
So without him, I mean, he's a big. And plus, I mean, he was there from day one.
he was.
So
He
being
is.
day one, you really don't want to lose a guy like that. You really don't want to. I mean, you lost Cody already,
Yep.
a day one guy. So I mean, it would have been kind of a bad look in a way. Now, going with what you said, what does he do? I like your take. I seen your take yesterday. I think a general manager,
Yeah.
authority figure, something like that. I mean, who do we really want to see? And not putting Chris Jericho down. I still think he could perform in the ring,
Yeah.
but who do you really want to see him take on?
I don't. I'll be honest with you. Like, to be 100% honest with you, OG, I don't want to see him wrestle. I really would like to see him as some sort of on screen authority figure. I sincerely think that.
Yeah,
Oh, we
that's
got.
what I kind of do.
Yeah, yeah. Well, let's see what Fightins is saying here because I thought he has his take. Jericho seems like to me he is ready to close his career out, give or take 2 years. He is and has total creative freedom in AEW. That could be a factor too. Like if he goes to WWE, he is gonna have to play into their how they do things and sometimes that doesn't always work with the farewell tour. Like even with I'll say this: I'm not sure anybody's going to be able to do it better than Cena, because the way Cena did it, he really truly did work around WWE's within their storylines and within their tour schedule. Because a lot of people wanted to see him finish it maybe at WrestleMania or finish it in Massachusetts. Neither of those things happened. He played into their storylines, played into their tour schedule. Maybe Chris Jericho didn't want to do that, OG.
Yeah, I mean, because I think Cena had some input, but I think it was limited. I mean, I think that he did what, and I think that's Cena's kind of way to a certain degree. He does what he's told. A big
Yeah.
part. I'm not saying he don't have some say because he definitely does. But Jericho, when you come from a place like AEW where you've had so much say and so much control, it may be hard to go back uh, backwards. I mean, in a way, because
Yeah. Yep.
if you have 70 or 80% input and you go down to 30% input, that could kind of change things a little bit.
Absolutely. No, I just remember I was actually walking my dog and I just kind of threw on Dynamite on my phone just to be like, let's see how we open the show or whatever. And I was a few minutes in and I just saw Jericho. As soon as I opened it up, Jericho was on there and I was like, "Oh shit, it's Jericho." So I hopped in the In Your House chat, then I hopped on IG and saw what everybody was saying and stuff. So I was like, "Okay, that's I I don't think shocked was the right word. I wouldn't want to say shocked. It's more or less the same. It was kind of surprising to see him in that moment, especially since me and Voice had literally just had a conversation like hours before the show on our Wednesday show that we did just yesterday. It's out now on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and we speculated on Chris Jericho, and then boom, he shows up. So I just think that's kind of crazy. But let's throw it to Voice now. Let's get his thoughts, man. Your reaction to Chris Jericho, and where do you think we can? What do you think's gonna happen with Y2J now that he's back with AEW?
We'll get to my reaction because right now all I see is Judas is on my screen and Judas is in my chat.
Uh
How
oh.
dare you say you don't want to see Jericho in a ring? Jericho lives forever. Jericho wrestles forever. He wrestles on land. He wrestles at sea. You can't stop Jericho. He's in cat pajamas. So you, Tommy, in my chat, you know what? I want Jericho in a ring. I want him to run out. So let me get to my serious side. So Jericho, you brought it up, OG. You said the contract freeze. They froze his contract. Now he's finishing out that contract. Why the fuck would we put Jericho in WWE right now with all the people that we have for this next year leaving? Going to have moments. Brock's already said, shit's done for me. And if you've seen reports of things that came out recently,
I've
shit
seen him. I
might
know
be
what you're
even earlier for Brock. Don't
Yep.
know. Haven't been in court. That's for the courts to decide. But
Yep.
Rey Mysterio, another guy, he's going to be leaving. Guarantee it's probably going to be this year or the beginning of next year.
I agree
So
with that.
why would you flood the gates with somebody who's been such a fucking icon in wrestling, especially to the guys sitting here who have been following wrestling? Now, you may not like him, you may like him, but you have to admit that Jericho has been a cornerstone in our professional wrestling life for years.
Yeah.
WWE made the best play when they took him from WCW. WCW made the best play when they were like, go be Chris Jericho. You
Yeah.
want to cut a promo where you're the man of 1,001 holds? Let's do it.
Yep.
They even let it run through a commercial and came back, and he was still
going.
This is Jericho. This is entertainment. This is our form of wrestling that we have been designed to figure out and love this formulation. And Jericho is one of the last resources of that, of the era that we fell in love with wrestling. You may have loved wrestling, Tony. You know, you're older than us. I'm not going to make an old joke, but you are older than us. So your love for wrestling developed at a different era. But tell me for a fact that Attitude Era didn't reignite your love for at least WWF or wrestling as a whole. It was a monster back in the 90s. So was WCW. So was ECW. All those things collected, and Jericho touched every single one of them. And then went on to touch the new one today. So Jericho deserves his final time in WWE. I give it a 3-month run. Give us a story. I would love to see him go up against some of these young talents. I would love to see how a U.S. title champion like Mello, when he was, I would love to see Jericho have come out and been like, hey, motherfucker, guess what? Open challenge. I'm Jericho. Because Mello's going to give you a great match. And when Jericho is with somebody who has a desire like these young talents do in the ring that are stepping up and becoming superstars, it's something magical. And I would love to see him and Oba go at it.
No.
Jericho against a monster is fun.
And I honestly think that if he changed his in-ring style, think about it. Let's talk about different sports. Let's talk about the NBA for a second. Just for a quick second. When a player who has been an explosive dunker for 6 or 7 years, let's say, for example, just whatever. Back in the day, the Phoenix Suns is Amari Stoudemire. Explosive dunker. One of the best dunkers. Amazing. Well, you get a little bit older and those knees don't work the way they used to, so you're not as explosive as you used to be. So you're either gonna go and, you're either gonna go play in China
or go on the Knicks.
Which he did that, but or you're gonna change your game. You're gonna learn a little bit of a mid-range jumper. You're gonna learn how to pass a little bit better. You're gonna learn different ways to keep your game relevant. I think that if Jericho kind of changes his style, maybe closer to like the Miz style, because Miz is a super, super safe worker. It's only been in the recent like 3 or 4 years that the Miz is even doing like springboard moves. Like he was even getting criticized by Bryan Danielson on an episode of Talking Smack, saying, "Oh, you work safe, blah blah blah." I'm like, okay, well, I like you, Danielson, but I don't agree with what you're saying. I think it's a good thing that Miz works safe and that he does, like,
Tell me.
I don't know what you were saying. Like you're throwing You're throwing an insult to him that he works safe. He works consistently. I'm like, I don't understand what you're saying, bro. You're not. That's an insult, but that's a whole nother thing. My point is, if Jericho works in that style, he can. He got a couple matches in him.
I I'm there with you, man. I think he can do it. I think he can still go. And I get it. Some people are overdone with Jericho. I am with that theme song. Get a new fucking theme song. Everybody's tired of hearing you sing your own theme song, you dickhead. That is a pure
I love
dickhead move.
Jericho.
I love him
Jericho.
too, but that's like I say many times. That's like giving yourself the nickname Thundercat. I'm the new kid in class. They call me
I'm
Thundercat.
Blade.
Ain't nobody calling you fucking Thundercat.
Nobody's calling you Blade, bro.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I just wish he would get a different theme song.
Guys,
Oh.
what do you think about him maybe working with guys like Kevin Knight and people, some of the younger guys that AEW has?
AEW guys, I see. I like that. I would like to see him work a Kevin Knight. That would probably be nice. I wouldn't mind seeing him in there with somebody like maybe like a Zachary Wentz. You know what I'm saying? Or even like him and Myron Reed would be a fun one. Bruzy,
Yeah.
Bruzy is here. That's somebody I ain't seen in a while. Bruzy, what is up, man? But yeah, I mean, him working some of that younger talent would be good, but I mean, OG is just so glaring to me that I think Dynamite would benefit from a general manager, and I think he'd
Oh
be
yeah.
perfect. I mean, he'd just be perfect.
You would. I like where your mind's at, OG, but you have to have somebody produce that because it has to. It Kevin Knight's going to give you an amazing moment in the ring. He's going to have a great match. It's going to be fun and high octane fuel. But leading up to that is where Jericho needs to shine. And if you're going to do that, you have to produce it. You just can't let Jericho go out there and do. If you let that happen, he's going to come out painted up like a fucking puppet, like he did that.
I remember.
When he brought his Clockwork Orange bullshit from over in Japan. Yeah, it might have worked over there because, well, they're a whole different breed over there, man. Japanese wrestling fans are monsters, and you can get away with that because they ultimately are the ultimate wrestling fan, in my opinion. They have an ability to take what they know of reality and just pause it for that moment that wrestling's happening, and
So
anything that happens in that ring is real.
yeah, you know what I really enjoy about Japanese wrestling crowds. Since you brought that up, perfect time for me to say this. You know how Bruce says, Tony, you give me Mike Graham vibes. No disrespect. Oh man, we're happy to have Bruzy back, man. And Fighting says I love the chaotic nature of the heavyweight belt right now, so I say throw him in the mix of that. Hey, he's the first ever AEW champion. You
Why
never know
not?
what's gonna happen. Why not? You know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna get to Rib Shot here in a second, but I gotta
Okay.
say this: what I like about Japanese crowds is we talk about how hype and exciting crowds are overseas, and that's great. I love that. But especially the long time that I was watching New Japan Pro Wrestling, and that was like almost the only company I was watching for a while, about 10 so years ago. Japanese crowds are different because you can't judge their investment based on crowd noise because Japanese crowds are quiet. They're quiet crowds. Why are they quiet crowds? Because they're studying, they're looking, they're investing themselves into it. That's just it's a cultural thing. So a quiet crowd at in Japan is literally like one of the most utmost signs of respect, as opposed to a quiet crowd in America is like, "Ooh, we got to bring this thing home." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Bruisy's 100%. They're quiet, respecting the match, like you're saying, House, and they're observing it. Yeah, I mean, fucking go watch an old pick any wrestler you love here, and if they did a tour over in Japan, go and watch it. Hulk Hogan, for example,
Yeah.
the dude has some amazing chain wrestling, and the
He never
fans.
had to wrestle like that in the
Yeah,
States, really.
and when he did that the fans were quiet. When have you ever seen a Hogan match where the fans were quiet?
That's not how Hogan's character even works. Like literally, Hogan's character was like a lot of getting energy
Yeah,
from the crowd.
yeah. And I see, Bruzy, you're touching on the
Music gets it.
the realism that the fan base in Japan brings to the wrestling as a whole, in my opinion, because their gasps are real. They don't see that type of violence. They don't see a Cactus Jack getting thrown into C4 every day. We can flip on something and see somebody in Hollywood produce that same spot, but set in a movie scene. So I don't know, man. It's a wild. I would love to go watch a match over there. I
Oh,
really would.
100%. 100%. Let's go ahead and get back to Rib Shot's
Oh,
comment
sorry
real
about
quick.
that.
Oh no, you were
I'll
all
pull it
good.
up.
You are all good. Let's get back to his because I just want to make sure we didn't forget about him. He says, I think Jericho's theme is too established to change it now. To be fair to him, he can sing better than Shawn Michaels, who sang his theme, and we've had that for over 30 years.
But when you're a sexy boy, you can have it for over 30 years.
Oh, Rib Shot, I love you, man. I love you, man. That's a great comment there. And Bruzy, yes, I mean, yeah, Japan would be amazing to visit in general. This is a great chat. We really appreciate you guys coming in and joining myself, OG.
In his taco cat pajamas, I would give him a late night call.
Bruzy says, but Jericho is a sexy boy. Oh, I love it, man. All right, let's keep this conversation going because it's hot right now and I love it. Let's jump into our loves and lows. For anybody who has joined the AEW Dynamite Review Show for the first time, this is something we've been doing each and every week, is our loves and lows. And I think, you know what, honestly, I think loves and lows works really well for the AEW Dynamite show because sometimes sometimes there's episodes where we really like things, but there's been episodes where we really don't like things, and instead of like really just digging down that rabbit hole of pure negativity, I think doing the loves and lows gives us a balance for sure. So I'm gonna start with OG here. Give me a love and give me a loathe.
Well, it was a weird episode for me. It was a decent one. I'm gonna say probably Jericho coming back was probably my biggest love, even
Yeah.
though I did like the MJF match with Speedball. I thought it was a pretty good match for the most part.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, my love's gonna be Jericho. Uh, yeah, that's probably it for me. Yeah, there was a lot of things on here that I wouldn't say disliked, but just kind of didn't hit with me. But
Sure.
yeah, for me, that my love would probably be Jericho.
Yeah, I definitely, yeah. Jericho. I think for me it would be Jericho too, but when I do mine, I'm gonna do a different one just so we're not saying the same one. So I'm gonna formulate it because I totally agree with you that Jericho by far is the top one. But for content purposes, I'll think of something else. What about a loaf though, OG? What's your loaf?
A lot of
You can get into
stuff,
as much as you want to.
that they tried to build didn't make sense to me. Well, first of all, the Bailey match was fine. I didn't like Bailey coming out in the Omega MJF promo.
Yeah. Okay.
To me, I felt like it hurt the promo. To me
Yeah.
personally, I thought the match was fine. I don't know why he needed to be in that promo to make that match. I thought they could have got there a different way. Also, they're not doing the women's division. They got to get off the 9:20 time. I mean,
Yeah.
you can look at the clock and know it's 9:20 because guess what? There's a women's match. That's
Ooh, I don't like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's that way about every week, and it's been
Yeah,
that way
I
for a
don't
long.
like that.
I would like to see them change that up a little bit. I did like the fact that they opened the show and with Jericho and then went right into a promo. I thought that was different for them.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, I think they need to try to be different. I think they need to try to do some different stuff. Uh, but yeah, the Pac Ospreay match was decent.
Yeah.
I don't know that I like the way they handled the Moxley thing. You know, he comes out, he's got him, he could end him, and he doesn't.
And he just
So
doesn't. Yeah,
uh,
man.
are you make up our minds here? Are you a good guy or are you a bad guy? You know, I mean, some people say, well, Stone Cold was neither. He's not Stone Cold.
He's not.
Okay,
He is not.
so
by far.
so
Oh,
it's a. I'd like to see him do more with Ricochet. I mean, they showed promise, and it seems like a step forward, two steps back for me.
I have thoughts on that I want to get your opinion on before we go to voice over here. But first, real quick, let's hop in the chat because we got some awesome stuff going on in the chat right now. Pull us something up, voice. Give us some good chat information. We have got the bad ass construction worker. Got all kinds of professional wrestlers crashing out right now. He says, "Miladies, and hey, if you guys do not go, you know what? Go fetch the badass construction worker some drinks. And if you don't, yeah, right here, buddy. Yeah,
Right
right
here,
here.
buddy.
Right here, pal. Oh yeah. And man, always much love to the badass construction worker. Bryce, what is wrong with you? He loves
Young
speedball wrestling.
boy.
He's a young boy, but low speedball talking. Yeah, I definitely have some thoughts on that as well. But OG, let me ask you this, bro. Do you think that Ricochet eating that pin the way, because first off, I don't understand why that 6-man tag was even a thing, but like, do you think that him getting pinned was just because Kenny needed the win leading up to Dynasty, and the only person that in that match he's going to be able to lift up for a one winged angel was Ricochet, or do you think this was kind of low key a punishment for Ricochet for his thoughtless tweets?
I didn't think about that, but that could be that could be a little bit of a punishment. I didn't think about that, but yeah, personally, I didn't see why Omega needed to be in a match.
Me neither.
I
Me
mean, there's
neither. He doesn't
just
even have to.
I mean, there, like I said, it was just some things on the show. And, my biggest low, because I got it wrote down and I missed it,
Okay.
was Cope and Christian. They show up and they don't know that FTR is not going to be there. They're going to be there tomorrow night. So they're walking around with chairs, attacking people. It just
For
didn't.
what? If you know they're not there, why are you attacking people? You're looking for nothing.
Yeah, it didn't make a lot of sense to me. That was just some things like that. Now, don't get me wrong. The wrestling on the show was pretty solid. I thought this
Oh
show
yeah,
was
good
better.
wrestling. Yeah.
Yeah, better than the last two shows that I've watched of AEW. So I thought there was an upswing there. But yeah, back to Ricochet. I like Ricochet. I just don't see where Ricochet is helping the other two guys, or the other
Yeah.
two guys are helping him. I think the other two guys need to spring off and go after the tag team titles. They're both pretty good wrestlers, and they need to do something with Ricochet.
Yeah.
Get him in a good feud.
Yeah. I think you got to do something else with them. You got to do something because I just don't. I like the demand. I just don't see where we're going with this right now. Like what's the elevation for that? Are we leading them towards something? That much I just don't understand right now. But let's give it over to voice right now. Give me a love for AEW Dynamite and then a loathe.
A love, and this is a huge love because this love saves lives. Finally, we have a crowd that did not play into Darby Allin's nonsense. They were pretty quiet. They were not entertained. I was not entertained by your performance tonight. That's the vibe I was getting. So hopefully that switches up gears with him because maybe we get to see Darby actually fucking wrestle. Um, and quit going on podcasts and saying, hey, people tell me they don't want me to do no wrestling. They want me to do the stunts. Shut the fuck up. Nobody's asked you to do a stunt. Go sit on a mountain and reflect. Things I loathe. I loathe the fact that we start the show out so fucking brilliantly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like they're the teenage boy at the CVS and they know they got a hot date and they're picking up the protection because we got to be safe out there. We don't want to be procreating.
Right.
And then they blow their load when the hot person behind the counter hands them the fucking condoms. Bro, you didn't even get to the fun shit yet. And
Yeah.
we're already bored. I'm sorry. Like, you guys, AEW, space out your fucking excitement. If you're going to bring Jericho back, just bring Jericho back in the beginning, do a match, then bring out Omega. You don't need Omega in that match. You didn't even need anybody in that match, really. You could have just not had that match and
Yeah.
done something else. I see where you guys are talking about Ricochet and the demand. I like the demand. The demand needs writers. The demand needs direction.
Something they
If
need.
AEW,
Yeah,
yeah, if they're not
that's
giving
it.
them direction, they're coming off exactly where we're at now, and now we're fumbling around for Ricochet yet again.
Well,
I
guys, why do you got the demand? Could be a legitimate 6-man tag,
Yeah.
and you got the belts on Kevin Knight, Speedball, and Mystico. Does that make sense?
no.
You know
Speed,
what? I totally forgot Speedball was even the trio. Did he wear the title?
nah, he
Did he wear
sold
the?
that for a rock, man. This
We
dude, Speedball
literally
Bailey.
ripped that. You know what? Can I save that? Save it.
Go ahead.
Trust me. Just we're gonna trust me. I'm gonna give my love and I'm gonna give my love and love. My love. MJF's a dick. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. He's a dick. They're in Canada. He comes out with the patriotic gear, the biggest two American bald eagles that you ever seen on somebody's crotch. And he comes out and he's got the flag with his face on it that drops when they say MJF. I mean, once again, like OG said, there was a lot of great wrestling in this show. Like Voice said, the opening was hot and great, and of course they blew it a little early, blew it way early, honestly. But at the end of the day, we had stuff going on like that. We had stuff like Chris Jericho returning, and I think we're all just forgetting that MJF is a massive dick. And he's a dick for no reason. There was no reason. He could have just went out there and wrestled in his regular gear and still had a match with Speedball and it would have been fine. But you know what? He just had to pick at the Canadian crowd and had to be the most American patriotic bastard that he possibly could have been. And I loved it. My love, MJF is an absolute dick for no reason.
Yep.
You know what we can take from that, OG? House just said he loves dick, man. And we're
Yeah,
going to
well.
clip that, and we're going to put that out there. You know what?
Right here, buddy.
Right there, buddy.
Right here.
Right there, buddy. No, I agree with you. He brings that excitement. That's exactly what we need. We need the guy with the attitude. You want to pick a Stone Cold in the AEW roster? It's fucking MJF. And then wrapped into that is The Rock. He's also Ric Flair. He's all the greats that we love about wrestling that made us fall in love with wrestling and stick with it. And he's fucking trolling an entire arena, a country of people. He is, and these are wrestling fans in this country. This isn't just some random country that they're going to because they want to have a market. No,
Yeah.
this is Canada, guys. Like, this is wrestling royalty comes from here.
Yep. To me, it's still him at the pinnacle of his career, only 30 years old, as champion, top guy. And you know what? It still shows that he's being creative. It still shows that mind is working. He's not resting on his laurels. He's still being the pinnacle of that company, and that matters. It just does. It just does. He goes that extra mile each and every time. Oh, we're in Canada? How can I pick at Canada? Oh, let me be the big. He did it in Mexico. When you're the standard bearer of the company and you're going the extra mile like he does, that means everybody else has to do it or else you're not moving the way that it needs to move. MJF is the face of AEW and it's not even close.
Oh yeah.
You got to have that heartbeat. Do you guys
That's him.
think? Does he give you the energy of? And maybe I'm wrong on this, but okay, so back in the day, we had Nation of Domination running wild, doing their thing, DX doing their thing, NWO doing their thing. Owen Hart gets into the Nation and he starts doing those things. But Owen Hart, looking back on it, he was at sometimes the most entertaining thing on a Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
MJF is sometimes the most entertaining thing
On a Dynamite.
AEW anything. Yeah, Dynamite specifically. But I've seen it to where he's the highlight of a pay-per-view. I've seen it where he's the highlight of a collision.
He just goes the extra mile.
Yeah.
It matters. It matters. It matters. Everything that he does matters. And that's why I love it. 5 minutes, he takes it every time. That's why he's where he's at. I mean, like, I get it. Like, gushing about MJF is, it seems like it's like saying, oh well, after Tom Brady won his second, Super Bowl, oh, Tom Brady's the greatest. Okay, we know it. You don't have to say it. But I just don't want it to be forgotten that
Yeah.
MJF is a bad motherfucker.
He is. He needs that wallet.
Yeah, he does.
What's that say? Bad motherfucker.
He's a bad motherfucker.
It's the only wallet that says bad motherfucker.
I just love it. That's my love. My loathe. This is why I told you to hold on to it. Voice.
Gotcha.
My loathe is Speedball Bailey. I'm sorry. I've given this guy several chances. And he's like, even the way he cuts a promo pisses me off. Well, you're talking Kenny Omega, and Kenny Omega is a living legend. And if you want to talk to Kenny Omega like that, you got to talk to me. I'm like, dude, you don't. Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
If anybody ever needed a manager, it's
Oh my God.
him.
Dude.
Oh my God. Like, he's annoying. And he might be the biggest sweetheart, nicest guy backstage. That's cool. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the character. This guy is not made for television wrestling. I just no.
Outside of his
Great indie guy, but no.
Yeah. Outside of his moves, because he knows who he is in a ring.
Yeah.
He doesn't know who Speedball is as a whole. Because he's so weak on the mic. You cannot be at this level and being presented weekly like they do.
Every single week he's on TV.
If this was a female talent, we'd be ripping her apart. I do it all the time.
Yep.
If this was a newer talent, I'd be ripping them apart too. This dude's not new. Like, he's newer, younger, but he's been around.
Yep.
Excuse me. And he's around some of the greats to be able to do it on a mic. Why is he not progressing?
He fighting said it right there. That's perfectly said. Perfectly fighting. He needs edge. I listened to him last night. I don't know if I put it in the chat. Maybe I did, but I was like, I don't believe this guy.
Yeah.
No.
I don't believe him. He's such a weak promo. Good, decent in ring, and I see it. I get why he has a job there at AEW, because AEW is in ring focused, and that's their main driving thing. Listen, bro. I could not see this guy getting out of NXT in WWE.
He's worse than the Hardys back in the day when they were hesitant to put those two motherfuckers on a mic. Remember Jeff trying to cut a promo back in the day when he was fresh? It was like a stuttering farm kid who you were like, is he okay? Like, is he okay to be in this ring?
Jeff Hardy really grew, because those early promos that he had when he first showed up were not good.
Oh, they were so
bad.
glad they had Michael Hayes with them.
Oh
back
my
in
God.
the day, because they were
not good.
God
I remember
awful on
those
the mic.
years. I remember liking the Hardy Boys, but I was like, ooh, I don't like when they talk.
Don't let them talk.
Yeah. And that's the same thing with Speedball Bailey. If he wrestles, if I was one of those guys that go on YouTube and put in top 10 moves of Speedball Bailey, and I'm an indie fan, purely indie, I love this guy. I adore this guy. He's amazing. But I am a television wrestling guy. I'm a sports entertainment storyteller. I'm sorry, Joey Styles. I'm a sports entertainment storyteller, and Speedball Bailey doesn't vibe with me at all. In the slightest bit. If he were cutting a promo outside my backyard, I wouldn't open the shades. He's not good. I don't know what else to say. Speedball Bailey is my loathe.
Well, they're trying to put him with stars to get the rub.
Yeah.
and it's not working. I mean, because they had him with Hangman in the 6-man.
Yeah.
Now Hangman's gone. Now they got him with Omega. They're not going to be together very long. I mean, it was very forced. Him being in that main event was very forced.
Yeah. And it was a good match. I enjoyed the match. But yes, it was forced. I agree with you there. Ribshot says, I've not heard Bailey talk before, but if that's an accurate impression, I look forward to checking.
Shut up, Ribshot.
I love it. Ribshot's the man, dude.
He is the best.
I'm
We
telling
absolutely love
you,
you.
our chats are just full of smart asses, and I love it.
And if you guys like his comments, go check out his YouTube. Go subscribe to him because you're going to love his content. And Ribshot, we still need to link up. You need to link up with IYH so we can put something together.
Oh my God,
it's
yes.
funny, bro.
Yeah, you're hilarious, dude.
I wish Speedball was as entertaining as what House's impression was. Then he might have been all right. Because,
oh hell, that's crazy. I love it. I love this chat. I love this conversation. But hey guys, we are going to hit that commercial break because we're gonna take that break. We're gonna pay a few bills. And listen, it's a little bit unusual, y'all, because instead of Collision going down on Saturday like they normally do, they got it going down tonight. So we're switching gears here a little bit here on the AEW Dynamite Review Show. We talked about Dynamite. We gave our loves and lows. We talked about Chris Jericho. Now we're going to preview tonight's Collision that's going down on TNT and HBO Max. You can join us in talking about that on the other side of this break.
Hello everyone, it's the Pope Elijah Burke, founder and president of the Love Alive charity. I wanted to take this brief moment to share with you my charity's continued humanitarian efforts to positively impact the impoverished communities in and around the greater Jacksonville area. This cannot be possible without your support. If you'd be so kind, please take a moment to visit our website, love-alive.org, to learn more about the charity and its mission. Also, feel free to donate to our 501c3 organization that operates off of the donation of the public, which is you. Whether that be by website or via Cash App, $1 help makes a difference in the lives of others as we continue to positively influence many people by being the change that we wish to see in the world.
Welcome to the Brainbuster T-shirt website where your favorite podcast team in your house lives. Look at all these fantastic options you have.
If you want that sweet hype, we got it. You want to be divinely designed at yours. Have you lost your voice? We have all that voice merch for you. Are you just a part of the household? We got that too. Brainbuster Tees is where our YH live. Brainbuster Tees is where our YH live.
Hey guys, it's the executive producer of the In Your House podcast, Alakon the Con Man House, here to tell you on this commercial break to like and subscribe to In Your House on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook at the In Your House Wrestling Podcast. Subscribe on Twitch at Team IYH. And remember to follow us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And leave a review and 5-star rating. We thank you for your continued support. It all helps for us to stay charted and continue to give you that work. Hey guys, welcome back to In Your House. I'm hanging out with OG Tony Gonzalez from Gonzo Sports Room, Gonzo Wrestling Room. Make sure you give them a follow. They put out great content and they have constant shows going on. They do great work. Also, I'm hanging out with my brother from another mother, my producer, the educator of Extreme, the voice, Josh Joseph. We are talking AEW Dynamite. We're switching gears up though because we're gonna talk some Collision, and I got to tell you guys that it's interesting because usually like Thursday is my wrestling night off. After I do the Thursday night show with you guys, I usually just kind of turn the wrestling off a little bit. Spend the evening with my wife and just chill out. And now it's like, dang, now Collision is on. Do I need to watch that? Is something good gonna happen? I don't know, but well, I might have it in the background or something. We'll see. But I do think it's interesting to have it on a Thursday. Now I want to ask this, and OG, maybe why are they doing it on a Thursday instead of the Saturday? Does it have anything to do with the tournament, or is it because they're in Canada?
The NCAA tournament, I think,
Okay.
is going to be on TNT on Saturday.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought, but I didn't look at it. I didn't seek out any reports or anything like that. But there are some things that I'm lightweight interested in as far as this collision. Nothing more than the Willow Nightingale TBS Championship Open Challenge. I'm very interested in that because I want to see who's going to answer it. Is it somebody that is new? Is it somebody from AEW's past? I know we're kind of in an era where open challenges are kind of like the wave right now, but I do enjoy a good open challenge. So I will say that that's probably piqued my interest. What about you, OG? Is there anything in this collision that's kind of got you maybe I might want to see that?
Yeah, that because I I really like Willow, so that definitely and I already know who it is because they taped it last night, but I won't give
Oh,
any
I did.
spoilers
I
out.
didn't look at. I
Yeah,
didn't look at any spoilers.
yeah, I won't give any spoilers out. But
Okay.
Better not.
yeah, I might get punched out by some of the fans on here.
That's all right.
They're vicious, Tony.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
you are, brother.
I won't give it. I won't give it out. I know Ciampa's going to be an interesting match.
Ooh,
Also, I
yeah,
see.
yeah, yeah.
So I
He's
like
been
that. I like
kicking in
that.
AEW. I'm not gonna lie.
Yep. Yep.
Is it Juice Robinson?
Yo,
Yes.
Ooh.
I love me some juice.
Ooh, I like Juice Robinson and I like Tommaso Ciampa. Ooh, that's
Can
two
I? Can
things. Go ahead.
I
Go ahead.
wish. I wish they would do more. Okay, you got a match like Ciampa and Juice.
Yeah.
Why not put that on Dynamite?
Well, because
Yeah.
that would make sense. And
Yeah.
you gotta
Because
get that six-man tag match.
You're
That was
making too much.
amazing.
You're making too
Yeah.
much sense here, OG.
I mean, I think, and maybe the sickos don't want that. Maybe I'm thinking too logically. I don't know. Because look, the ratings have been going up, so they're doing
Yeah.
something right as far as the
Something
sickos
is
go.
going right. You are correct.
I mean, it may not be to our taste completely, but it is. It is hitting somewhere.
Yeah. You are no, that's true. I've been seeing those reports that their ratings have gone up. And you know what? Good. Great.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep
That's good,
watching and
right?
keep tuning in. If they're doing good business and people are liking it, I'm going to try to figure out something that I like. Because honestly, I totally forgot about that Juice Robinson Tommaso Ciampa match. Now that's two things I'm interested in, adding that to the Willow Nightingale Open Challenge. Voice, let's go to you. Is there anything on that card, the preview, that you might possibly be excited for?
Oh yeah, there's a few. There's two things actually.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Of course, the Willow thing. I'm not going to even add that in there, but I'm excited to see the Rascals go up against the Don Callis family members,
Ooh.
Andrade and Mark Davis,
Ooh, Mark
Zachary
Davis
Wentz and
quietly.
Desmond. Yeah,
Yeah, he's been
exactly.
sneaky good. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
Oh no,
Mark
no.
Davis has been sneaky good.
Yeah.
That's exactly where I'm at with that because now you're going to feature the Rascals in a tag match that actually has two opponents that are going to highlight the Rascals.
Yeah.
Andrade is doing some of his best work nowadays, not only just in the ring but as a character. And Mark Davis is just making a huge imprint for himself every time the bell rings and his
Yeah.
name's on the marquee.
Mhm.
So that's the first thing. But again, Juice Robinson versus Tommaso, same story right here. Tommaso, god damn, the dude is just so damn good. Fucking love him. The Psycho Killer
Yeah.
concept, beautiful. Love
Yeah.
it. I love Juice
Good.
Robinson too. And when
Yeah.
you line him up against an opponent like Tommaso, let's fucking go. Why is it not on a Dynamite? Why isn't the tag match with the Rascals on the Dynamite? That's a good
Yeah,
question too there, Tony.
is.
I mean, right there's 6 guys. I made 2 matches, and we didn't have to have that nonsense of a fucktard match that you decided to give us.
Yep,
Yeah.
most definitely.
Yeah, no, you're right. Like, and I got to tell you, man, I am beginning to really like see something in Mark Davis. Like, I know he hasn't been winning a lot, but he's been having good outings, and I think that matters. I think that's stuff
It
that
does.
matters. I want to quickly go over to IG because we are streaming on IG. We have a comment over there from defcon.inc 2. He says the Divine Dominion is something that he's looking forward to. He says Dommy Mommy dopamine fix. Okay, I mean, you like what you like, bro. I mean, I definitely get it, and I feel it because uh, the Megan Bain and Lena Cross. I think that them starting to really get some more, wins under their belt, it's gonna really help them because really, I think right now when people think about the women's tag team championships and AEW, I think they're still connecting them to the Babes of Wrath. Like
Yeah.
honestly, like and I'm being honest. Like even when we went to the Square Circle Expo and I got a chance to shake Willow Nightingale's hand and tell her that she was amazing, I was like, I thought to myself, but where's the AEW Women's Tag Team Championship? Surely they brought them. And then I was like, oh, they're not the tag champs anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Once again, I like the concept of the Divine Dominion. So I hear what you're saying over there, defcon.inc too. I see, but right now I think they need to get some more wins under their belt to make more of an impact as champions.
I think they need a manager.
Oh
I,
yeah, I
there-
think that'll help them a lot.
and I think it should be a women's manager.
You mean I
I,
agree with that.
I think that would work. I tried to think of a name. I think somebody would be interesting. Would be somebody like Victoria. You
Ooh,
bring somebody
ooh.
like that in
You
to. I think
changing the game there.
I think you could have something there, or somebody along those lines. I mean, I'm not saying
Somebody
she's
in the
interested.
Who's
Yeah,
that
she might
chick
not even
that
be
did?
interested, but damn, that's good.
Who's the chick that did the manager work for the Basham brothers?
Oh, I remember her. I
I know who
cannot
you're talking about. Can't
remember
think of
her
her
Real
name.
name.
tall.
Yeah.
Yep.
And a chick like that
Yeah.
leading those women out. Fuck.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
Yeah.
I'm
not gonna
people
lie.
would
I'm
people
stuck
would
on
pay for that.
Victoria.
Well, Victoria would be decent.
I like
Yeah.
what you're saying, voice. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
What you're saying is great. He said Victoria, bro, and I was like, holy fuck, because like Victoria had a good delivery on the mic back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What about somebody like Jacqueline?
Jacqueline bringing that aggression, that she was another one that brought that intensity to the mic. And it was in a generation where women didn't really like it was more like a fashion show, like modeling stuff.
Yeah.
Not many of those there was not many women voices in that time that carried such impact when they spoke on the mic. And I think that they could benefit from somebody who speaks with impact.
Miss
Well,
Jackie definitely had that.
Oh,
well,
yes, sir,
the
she
lady
did. Yes, sir, she did.
there was a lady that worked for AEW, and she's not there anymore. She worked for NWA. Now she's actually in NXT. She just went over there. She was the real. She was the lady wrestler in ECW.
You said
Cannot.
she was a
She was a lady wrestler in ECW. Uh, then she's been in NWA as a backstage person. She was in AEW as a backstage person. Now she just went over to NXT as a backstage person. But I cannot think of her. I can see her, but I can't think of her name.
It can't be Beulah, is it?
No, that's not Beulah.
Okay.
She was a really good worker. She was a wrestler's wrestler, a female wrestler.
Shelly Martinez? Huh. I'm gonna have to get to the bottom of this.
A lady of color.
Okay, we'll have to get. I'm gonna look and get to the bottom of this and figure that out. But let's keep on going here because I want to know who that. But I think that them getting a manager, the Divine Dominion would really help them out quite a bit. I do agree with that. And
Jazz.
oh,
Jazz.
Jazz, there it is. And then, we have Sam over on IG. He says Jackie was the name of the Basham's manager.
Was
Ah,
that her name
okay.
too? Okay.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was over there on IG. That's what our brother Sam Knight said over
Well,
there.
thank you,
Yeah,
Sam.
we appreciate you, man. But yeah, Jazz would be great too. Yeah, Jazz would be great for sure.
Oh, I would love to see Jazz
How
back
did I
doing
not think
something.
about Jazz? I totally realize. Now that you say it,
She's
it
a
all
blip
falls into
in
play.
ECW.
But she did just sign a deal to be an agent over in NXT, and that should have gave it away for me. But she'd be another good one too. I think they could benefit from a manager for sure. I got to tell you, there are a couple of things on this card that are very interesting. I know that Jon Moxley is going to go up against Anthony Bowens. I think we know how that's going to go. Anthony Bowens hasn't even really been featured on TV like that. So and the way that they just steamroll push Moxley, I think we all know what's going to happen there. But the 8-man tornado tag team match, I I have a lightweight bit of interest just for the mess this could be. Literally that. I
You're a
mean,
NASCAR fan too? You watch for the crashes?
yeah, exactly. Because that's what this is going to be. It's an 8-man tornado tag. That ring is going to be congested. I'd be shocked if this was good because it feels like it's going to be really congested with a tornado tag with 8
Yeah.
people. So that means everybody's in the ring at the same time. It's going to be really spotty. I think we all three of us know it's going to be really spotty. There's going to be a lot of powders taken so guys can get their shit in. It's going to be interesting to see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I mean, that's what we're looking at as far as that episode of AEW Collision. It's taped already, so I mean, it's the information's out there if you guys want to check it out. If you just want to go into it fresh like I'm going to do, then that's cool too. Sometimes that's the vibe. But I am gonna be interested to see how this goes down because Dynasty is coming up right around the corner. Of course, they have WrestleMania right after that, so they got to understand that they're gonna be, they might turn down around WrestleMania. Honestly, I don't think. I mean, what would be the point of trying to put on your best shows against WrestleMania?
I would DX it
Show up to WrestleMania.
in the tank.
Show up to WrestleMania in the tank. There you go. See, that's the type of thinking that we need. That's the type
Tony
of
doing blow on the
thinking.
big gun.
Hey, let's go. Let's go. That's the
Yeah.
type of 90s style thinking that we need in wrestling right now. Invade WrestleMania. That'd be amazing. Oh, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, Collision will be on that Thursday before WrestleMania too. They're not going to be on Saturday night.
They're
They'll
playing
go
it
up against
safe.
that- Yeah,
they're-
they're going to. They've already announced that too.
I think, but honestly though, that's not a bad strategy.
No,
Not a bad strategy.
yeah,
You got to play smart.
especially with WrestleMania going to be the first hour on ESPN
Oh
both
man,
nights.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Just don't even don't put yourself in that spot, especially since AEW's ratings are rising right now.
Yeah.
I think right now is a good time to play it safe for them. I think that's smart. But listen, we're gonna ride this one off into the sunset. Call this a really great episode. Always enjoy doing this with my guys over here every Thursday, man. It's just we're really rolling with this Thursday show, and I'm really happy with how it's going. Whether it be us three on there, or even the episode where we've had Chris Gonzo on, and he's come and really just done well. Not even being a huge fan of AEW, but understanding the assignment in terms of what we do here and how we cover wrestling.
He
You guys
will
are
be
always
back.
welcome. Always welcome.
He
So,
will be back.
yeah, oh yeah, for sure. He's definitely gonna be back. And with that being said, I got to give it to his pops over here, who we enjoy here every single Thursday. Where can they catch you, OG, and everything that you're doing?
Well, tonight here in just a few minutes at 8 p.m. We've got Face or Heel Pro Wrestling Talk. Then at 10 o'clock we got Gonzo's Sports Room. We'll be talking some NCAA tournament. Got some other stuff. You're going to have a trivia contest between the other
Ooh.
guys. We got 15 sports questions, and they're going to battle out and see who can win when that. So we got that tonight, and then on Saturday we'll be go taping a show because we can't go live, but we'll be in Marion for Tense Championship Wrestling. Chris will
Nice.
probably air that. Chris will air that sometime next week. And we've been talking to several promotions. I think we're gonna be doing for some promotions that we can't make it that particular date. They're going
Sure.
to record them. They're going to record them, and then we're going to do live commentary over. Uh,
Ooh, okay.
we're going to start doing that. I think we got 3 promotions interested in that. So
Okay.
things
I like it.
things been, and we debuted a new show last night. Me and Big Glenn, wrestling and racing show. We talked NASCAR, IndyCar, and then some wrestling. So did a lot of NXT last night. So because NXT's got their big pay per view coming up this Saturday, Stand and Deliver.
Yes.
So,
Stand and
we- so we
deliver. Yes.
talked. So we talked a lot of that. Hey, and just for a heads up, guys, if you want to see a really good match on just past Tuesday night, the main event. Of course, I'm going to forget their names. Yeah, I don't think. Well, do I have it written down here? But it was the main event. There was Lola Vice against Gray. I'm forgetting her first off. Kendall
Kendall
Gray.
Gray. Yeah, yeah. Kendall Gray from Evolve. Yeah.
It might have been the best women's match I've seen in 2026.
Or really?
Yes, it was really good.
From this past Tuesday's NXT.
Yes, it was the main event. So check that out. It was really good. Really,
Okay.
especially if you like mat wrestling, it was really good.
Okay. I'm gonna check that out because for you to say that and how in the critical eye that you have, which I respect, I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna seek that out.
Now it does have a crazy finish. Does have a crazy finish. Warn you on that. Kind of something that you've seen before, and I thought they did it pretty well. So
Okay. Okay, yeah, no doubt. Yeah. Check out my guy OG. Always got some great insights and stuff and we thoroughly enjoy him here at In Your House. A member of the team in our eyes. We love him a lot. Voice, we love you too, man, even though you're a complete psychopath, but hey, we love you psychopathic ways. Where can they catch you in everything that you're doing?
All right, fans, if you want to catch me, I will not be with Tony Khan kidnapping Danhausen right before WrestleMania and holding him hostage. That will not be me, but you can find me here every Thursday when we go live and we do this. It's the AEW Dynamite show where me and OG, Tony, and Howse, we sit around and we talk Dynamite. You should join us. You've seen what happened in this episode. The chat, we love you guys. Thank you for
We
making
do.
it a lively chat. We always
Yeah.
appreciate that. But yeah, 6 p.m. on a Thursday. It's a fun time. Come and join us. If you're not tired of me then, you can get tired of me on a Tuesday. It's with Kevin Calloway. That's where we talk Monday Night Raw, baby. It's on a Tuesday. It's the Monday Night Raw review show where me and Kevin, well, we fucking talk Monday Night Raw, and it's a fun time. We have a blast doing it. Kevin has really he's shown that whatever next phase of his life, the dude's ready for the big screen because
He's ready, dude.
he's so good, and he's just a good, kind-hearted human being too. Go check out
Absolutely.
Kevin Calloway. He went live today with some video games. He's doing that again. So that is 6 p.m. on a Tuesday. ECW watch along. Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you want to see more of it? Well, that's on a Wednesday and it's at 6 p.m. You can join me in House where we watch. Yeah, that's fucking right. ECW. It's in the fucking name. Jeez, come on. Why do I got to give you all the
Get it
bread?
together.
We're
Come
doing
on.
some amazing stuff over there. Last episode was just a news one because we had to shift gears. You know, it happens. The next one, though, you know what, fans? I'm feeling lovely today, like Santa Claus. Just got out of an expo. Just got done hanging out with Matt Riddle. And so, you know, Sammy dabbing him up because we don't. Young Boy and him do. But yeah, we're going to be discussing the rivalry because that's where we're at. We're in the rivalry season. It is between Bubba Ray Dudley and Devon Dudley. Yes, we are going to get into it, and it is going to be an ECW classic. We are going back to the 1997s, my friends. What was it like? What were we doing? We were doing so many things. I had friends, they were putting ecstasy in their butts. It was weird, but, you know, that's what they enjoyed. I didn't enjoy it. So, join us, 6 p.m. It's a theme here, if you can't tell. We love you guys. Thank you for being a part of the In Your House crew. We absolutely adore you fans. You are all part of the household. And if you see us at conventions, expos, do not hesitate to come up to our table and talk to us. We will talk to you. We absolutely, those are the highlights of our expo, was talking to you guys, the fans.
Yeah, I agree with that. It was just such an amazing time. It was
That's neither here nor there, young boy.
young boy. Oh, young boy Bryce in the chat fighting says that's what I was thinking.
You're on my team. Don't worry. Don't jump over to that side.
Oh, I love our chat so much, man,
Hey,
guys.
hey guys, can I
Yeah.
ask a question real quick? We did some
Sure,
hot seat
shoot.
questions on Wednesday night. We do hot seats question. We came up with one that I did last night. I want to ask you guys what would your answer
Please,
be to
let's go. I
this
love
to this hot seat question? So it's just one question. If you could pick one song that would every time you walked into the room would play, what would it be?
Ooh.
Any song. It can be a wrestling song. It could be a rock and roll song. It could be a rap. Any song. Every time you walked into a room, a song would play.
I
It would be
like
your song.
Dedication by Nipsey Hussle and Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
That's my pick. Voice?
I'm gonna go Hate Breed. I Will Be Heard. I fucking love
Okay.
it. You ever heard it? I suggest you do it. It'll get you fucking pumped for the morning.
That's what I see. That's what I'm going for, is songs that get me pumped up. Like that get
Okay.
me up out of bed to move. That's why I said dedication, because that song, yeah, that gets me going.
Yeah, I had a generic one, of course. Eye of the Tiger from Rocky.
That's
You know,
still good. It's still good.
that's back in my time. You know, in the
Yeah.
'80s.
Hey,
So,
a classic.
but I have another one, and I don't know the name of the damn song. But Mike King comes out to that music. You've seen Lady? Yes, yeah, that
Yes,
song right
man.
there. Yeah, so that would be my other one.
I like that. I like that. Bryce says somebody gonna get. He's talking about Mark Henry. Somebody gonna get their ass whooped. And fighting
Yeah.
says ACDC big balls. I love that
Okay.
question. That's a great question. It got our chat going. Damn,
Yep.
what a great way to end this episode.
Yeah, that was fantastic, Tony.
Yeah,
You
I'd
know
love
what?
for you to do something more like that at the end of the
Yeah.
show.
Yeah,
At the
Okay.
end of
Yeah.
our Thursday shows. Keep
Yeah.
that going.
We started doing the hot seat. I'll be honest with you, I was doing all the questions and started running out of questions. So I said, okay, guys, there's four of us on Wednesday night. Each one of us got to come up with three questions. So we
Yeah.
started doing that, and it's killed the last 2 weeks. It's really killed.
beautiful.
So
I love the way you're producing over there, Tony. That's the
Yeah,
way to do it.
absolutely. Always keep things fresh, keep ideas flowing, and just understand that it's all part of the work. And that's HOWSC, and that W stands for work. So, for OG Tony Gonzalez from Gonzo Sports Room, Gonzo Wrestling Room, for the voice, Josh, Joseph, and the whole team here at In Your House, I'm Malakan the Con Man House, here to remind you to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to hop on this bandwagon. Get on or get gone, because the household is still going mighty strong. You guys have a great day and a great rest of your week. Peace.
Dynamite, 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 dynamite.